and distractions. Hello, Pex. Let's write the agenda on the run. So I will begin.
Okay, cool. So then let's just start with the classic intentions distractions. So my intentions are just to facilitate a good call, check in on the freeze, and maybe see what we got to do for the comms to get the Commons Swarm started. As far as distractions, I just chugged a bunch of coffee and I'm buzzing. So other than that, I'm good. I'll pass it to Fabi.
Hey everyone. Well, intentions as usual. Catch up with all of you on what we are and share my advances on OneHive. I'll pass it to Tonga.
Okay. Intentions. I would like to. I've been working on some stuff on GitHub, and I would like maybe to schedule someday some meeting with them. I need help. I've been trying as hard as I could, but I needed some help. Distractions.
I think your document. That's cool. You have been documenting everything.
Yeah,
step
but
after the other.
It's very unorganized. I know, but
we can check it out together.
Okay. And distractions. I had an appointment to the gym at like 8 in 30 minutes, but if I don't know if I can be helpful here, I can go a bit later. But I don't have many distractions. I'll pass it to Griff.
I think Griff already went, so I'll take it.
Do you want to pass it to someone else?
Yeah, my intention for the call is, think with you guys, see what...
Except you are muted.
Oh, no.
Oh, I tried to pass it to you, Sam.
Oh, yeah, so Sam, go.
Okay. Intentions, I would like to talk about the audit free and the code freeze for the audit. And well, I actually, since we are not going to be, I think that Gabi is not coming. I wanted to talk with him because we could not talk during this week since I was sick the day that we were going to catch up. So I guess that it's going to be in another moment. And intentions, it's more like talk about the updates and see how you are doing and if I can help in something. Distractions, I am not as focused as I would like to be. I am not sure if I am in my best moment these days, but I try to be. I try my best. So I will pass it to PX. Do you have any intentions and distractions, PX?
I'm sorry, I didn't. I don't have enough overview yet to. I thought I could just listen for a while and see how I can contribute.
That's great. We are. This is a meeting for the Commons Swarm, and we are working with the TEC in order to launch a DAO for them that involves a bonding curve and conviction voting. So you're super welcome to be here and just listen.
Okay, cool. So, thank you.
Regarding the code freeze, I am super stacked. I couldn't focus during the week, and the time that I was working, I had some problems with the tools, and it's like it's not working, and I will need some help. But basically, that's the thing that I think that I'm kind of stuck with the code freeze, and I will need somebody with me, or I don't know. Probably Gabi
Who's
could
the
be
best?
a good.
Who's the best person to help?
I think that Gabi could help.
Gabby, and is there anyone else?
He's not. If there is somebody else, I didn't understand, Griff.
Sorry, yeah, my connection's not that great. Yeah, well, let's get Gabby and someone else. Let's double it up. Let's get two people to help you. Is there anyone else besides Gabby? Paulo, maybe?
He could, I think, but I don't know. It's the thing is that we are not working very well, and I mean the thing that is needed to do, it's like we are almost in the end. It's everything done. It's just the last piece, but this last piece is like taking very much, and I keep saying it's the last piece. It's going to be done very soon, but it's more difficult than what I expect, and it's like I won't say it will be done next week, because I already said that last week. So let's be honest, and I will need help with that. So
what does the help look like? Does it look like paired programming sessions, like a 4-hour hackathon kind of a thing, where you just crunch it out with another human?
I am available. I don't know if my skills are like, I don't know if I can help more than her, but you know,
we could do some part, because
if you want to tell me to look at stuff, maybe I have time. Like sometimes I'm working on this issue and I don't even want to think about it anymore. So if I have something else to do, even if I cannot do,
there are two things. One is the general documentation, that I've seen that you did a good job with what you were documenting on the converter part, and I think that it would be very useful to be working with you, Ronga, on that part, on the general documentation of everything. If we organize a pair document, it's not pair programming, it's pair documenting session or something like that. I think that could be very good if you want. We can arrange it. And then there is that other part that I don't know what is going on with the tools. I try to deploy the new template that I have been building, and it keeps saying that it is not deployed in XDAI. And for that, I will need probably the help of Gabi, or we can ask the people at OneHive also. I mean, the people of the Celeste Swarm, or I'm not sure. Probably I can just ask for help. that's something that I could do. I could do. But yeah, that's the situation.
Yeah, Gabi or maybe Fabri can help too. I think. I'm pretty sure they know a lot, and like I've seen they code together, so Fabri knows a lot. Like he's close to Gabi, probably.
Yeah.
Sam, would it make
What we can do is we can arrange now a session with you, Tonga, in order to, because you already asked for some help with the converter. We can work on that, and then we can work on some general documentation to check out that everything is in its place. And if you are with me, I think that a new pair of fresh eyes will help a lot, because I see the documentation and I kind of, yeah, that's fine. That's how it should look like. But I think that it will be very useful.
Yeah. Also, otherwise, if not help, I need more time. But right now, I'm like taking a day off because it's so tiring to look at the code and go so slow. But I guess that's how coding works. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
If you want, we can do 3 hours, 4 hour session. I when we did it with Grid, those sessions were cool because it's like 3 hours or 4 hours. We talk a little, then we go focus, and then we talk again. You know, if you have time, obviously.
Well, when can you guys? Can we schedule that right now? Can we like pick a time?
I want to say one thing. Sam, would it make sense, since I'm here, like you explain me something and then I document, I could help on the documentation if you think I'm able to. But, I mean, yeah, I have things to do, but I could help if you think I can.
Okay. Let's do a session with more people. I think that that technical documentation is not going to be as technical as, it's not code. It's just, okay, we have a DAO that has these characteristics and is organized in that way, and we just have to explain it in a proper document. So if you want, we can schedule it for today or tomorrow, like, because I guess that for you, Tonga, it is at least you will need from our evening and your morning, right? Because of the time zones.
Like right now, it's 4 p.m. here where I live. So, but I wake up at 7 a.m. So any time is good, usually. So
How do you have it today? After this call?
Today, as I said, I was going to go to the gym, but I can skip it.
No. No, that's not a good excuse for skipping the gym.
I go every day anyway. It's not a big deal. I prefer to do this. So if you want, we do it. Like
if you want, if you want, we can do it after your gym if you prefer.
Is it not going to be too late for you? Because it's already 8 p.m. You're going to be tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do right after this call. I mean, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry for your gym.
Yeah,
But
don't worry.
let's do it just after this call. And the other part is that it's failing when deploying. Yeah. And the other part is that it's failing
Okay.
when it's deploying, and I don't know how to tangle with that. But after having the documentation, we can go.
I can.
We are hearing echo.
You work on. Sorry, you can work on the documentation today, and I'll try to cat herd something with Gabby and Fabri, and just we can tag them in the Telegram group, and I'll reach out individually and just say, oh my God, Semus, we're stuck, we need help, and then they'll come running. Everyone loves to help.
Okay, that's
cool.
great.
Well, are there any updates on these other issues? I guess let me go to it. Is it?
I see your screen. Okay. Yeah, the only issue that I think that can be closed is talking with Adrian, which I did, and he's up for it. So he's just waiting for the new documentation. I already sent him the spec implementation.
My I don't know, Discord is not happy with me today. It's like, honestly, I think I need to kill Discord and come back. But okay, so you can close that one issue with Adria, and that's it. Okay, sounds good. The next one was Fabri. You had some updates. I'll just be.
Can you hear me, guys? Oh, okay. So, well, this week I was working with Rodri mostly. Working on the honeypot for Celeste. We are working on a new flow for adding proposals. So yeah, mostly I'm working on the UI, and after I send my code, Rodri I meet with Rodri and we merge with the logic part of the Celeste, getting the data needed for the flows. But yeah, most of my work has been in UI. Then I had assigned one issue for the tech hack, but it's pending for Paulo's. I mean, I need Paulo's code to merge my code in that thing, because we are working on the same file. So otherwise, I will be stepping over Paulo. So that issue is the only one that I have assigned. Is waiting for his code to send the pull request.
It's cool. We are going to use the disputable conviction voting at the end. So probably we can reuse the frontend that you do for Celeste. How does it look like?
It's really nice. It's
Can you show?
Yeah, I don't have it running here, but I can record a video for you and show it. I mean, it's keeping the same style as One Hive, but they have changed some of the parts. We added some animation. It's looking pretty nice. Yep.
That's great.
I mean, we should have to add our UI library, change the colors, but yeah, it's mostly the same.
Okay. You think that it will be kind of easy, right? It's like, well, you already was working on the tech interface, and probably because we are doing this change, we are discontinuing this branch. It was the version 1 of Honeypot. I'm afraid that we are discontinuing something that we have been working. Marco designing the tech UI, and you have been working on it. do you think that we can reuse that code in some way for the new disputable version?
Which code? Our code or Celeste code?
To put the design of the UI that we were working on the conviction voting stuff into the new disputable version.
Yeah, but I mean, we can use the Tech UI library that will change most of the components and colors, but we will need to add some work on, because there are a lot of new screens that I think we need to change, like images and some animations that has the one high colors.
Okay, so what we need probably is work with Fiore, so she can do also the versions for the TEC, right?
Okay.
No, I was asking.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat? Because I didn't get it. So
if we should ask first Fiore in order to have the animations and everything for us.
Okay, I think the version for QA will be released, I think, next week. Don't you want to wait until QA so we can see what is there, and after that we can talk to Fiore? Do you think would be better?
Okay. Yeah, I am expecting to see how it changes, because I don't. There are some parts that I don't understand from the interaction with Celeste and conviction voting, or how it is going to be. So I am expecting to try it out, and I guess that it will be also very easier for the community at TEC to use the new disputable conviction voting in order to decide if we go that way or not. We also should talk with people. We were doing different steps in order to people get involved into understanding what Celeste is, and because that's something that we should vote, because it's a very big change in the plan if we introduce Celeste or not into TEC. And at the same time, I advocate for introducing it because that makes us more similar to One Hive, and it's much more easy to maintain. If not, it's going to be a very mess, a very big mess. But at the same time, we need the support of the community. So
I can lead a vote for a hatch for that today. We're also voting on the parameter choices for token log, so you can just add that to the list with Jake, and we'll push that out. The way we do voting in the TEC is that the vote just has to go up before Friday, and then it's then the vote results are on Monday. So we'll try to put
we still have some time.
What?
We still have some time. So if the new UI for Celeste is coming up soon, we can just wait until people can test it in One Hive itself.
Well, we can just link the Figmas, right? I mean, would that be enough? Or?
Yeah, I have the Figma's link. I can share with you.
Yeah, share it in the Commons Swarm Telegram channel, just so I have it forever. Or yeah, or the T Commons Discord channel too is good. Both and actually spam that link, put it everywhere. But yeah, I don't think that Sam. I'm pretty confident that no one's going to educate themselves on this. Like, no offense. Like, I love democracy and all that, but like, everyone's just going to trust the Commons Swarm to advocate for the right decision, and they'll go with it. Now, I think it's good to put it up to a vote, but we got to be realistic here. No one's going to educate themselves on it, you know. And honestly, we won't get good discussion until it goes up. We won't get good discussion until it goes up for a vote, and then people will care.
Yes, I think that people needs to, at the same time, people need to understand what we are going, where we are going. So also having it in one hive, and I see that like the demos that we were doing at the beginning, in which people were voting with conviction voting. Yeah, probably it's similar. So yeah, let's go with the Figma, or let's just wait.
So you want to wait until we?
I think that.
I mean, if you really want to wait until we have a demo for people, I'm okay with that. But if that's because then they have a chance to play with it, I guess. But if we're not waiting for the demo, then I don't see the value in waiting. That's what I'd say.
I think that we still need to update the disputable frontend for us to be used. So we will need the new style and also the 2 tokens version. And that's why I think that we still have some time in order to vote for that. We could, and it's not critical for the hatch either. We can begin with the hatch and then we close that discussion in 1 week.
Okay, so then we delay the vote for that until we have a demo that they can play with.
As the demo can be one hive itself. One hive is going to have that. And
okay.
Once one hive have that, then we are going to adapt it. So it will cost some time too. I think that it's too early to put on a vote when we still don't know how it's going to be.
Okay, sounds good. But I'll still take the Figma Fabi. I'm excited. Okay, cool. Did you have any more updates, Fabi?
Nope.
Okay. And maybe we don't have anything else to say. Yes, I have one thing that can be that I'm not sure what is happening here. I have seen that the impact hours tokens are transferable. Was that
yes,
included?
they are.
Was that
yes, it was, but only because I mean we can make a new impact hours token at the last minute, but people are changing addresses and people are doing all sorts of stuff, and it's just non-transferable tokens suck. So like, at least they're a lot of maintenance. So we just made it transferable for our own safety, for our own like ease of use.
okay? So
we'll do audits and maybe even launch a new token if we have to before real votes.
Okay. What the impact hours contract does is to create a clone when it is initialized, but at that moment, everyone should have the impact hours that they own, or I just would know if it because these tokens can be swapped in HoneySwap, for example, right now. They are. It will be interesting. I mean, probably not, but if we say that they are going to be the final tokens, people can give them value, and I don't know. I am not sure if we want that or not.
I'm happy to make a new token at the last minute that's non-transferable.
Okay. That's so the current token doesn't have so much value. It's just for voting on token log, right?
Yeah, and really just for us, I mean, we deployed it mostly so that, I mean, we're going to do audits before every vote on token log for sure. But yeah, we'll call that. Because even right now, the distribution is not 100% accurate. And I mean, there's also people whose addresses we don't have. There's all sorts of stuff going on. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that would make sense. We'll probably just use this token for token log, and then at the last minute we'll mint the final impact hour token for
Metaverde. We were almost finishing.
It is
Do you want to say
Metaveja.
something, Metaverde?
Metaveja.
Oh, it's Metaveja.
Metaveja.
Well, yeah, MetaB. No, I don't want to say anything. I just wanted to listen to part of it. Is this the gardens meeting?
Well, actually,
Yes.
that brings up
Okay.
the next topic. That brings up the next topic, which no, it's not anymore. It's the Commons meeting, the Commons Swarm.
Right. That's right.
We picked an emoji too. I assume that there's some things that we need to do, like should we rename gardens to commons, like in these swarms, the channels, or do we make new channels, for instance? Like, what? I guess I would like to collect that.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would like to collect that. I would really like to collect the action steps to make this renaming done. But thank you, Meta B. I will start writing this down. What other action steps do we need to get to fully transfer the name?
Wilgriff were asking for changing the name in the wiki. I think that we can do a new post in the wiki, because I think that Gardens is good as it is, but not. I think that we have to do two different parts in the wiki. I think that Chiwi was already working on that, or at least he took the action for that, and this gives us much more freedom in order to work on the things that we are doing. I think that at the end it was a very good way to. We are still going to be working with Gardens, because at the end it's the same technology. But at the same time, it gives us the freedom to talk in our different ways. So one of the things that we can do now is to differentiate the swarm in order to say what we are doing, or we are doing now, and what we are going to do later, in order for people to understand which is the difference between commons and gardens. I think that it can be interesting. So we in some way we have to take all the parts that we're referring to commons, or at least the team in the commons, and put it in Commons Swarm. I'm not sure if people, if we want to be in both sides, in Commons and at the same time, and at the same time in Gardens, because for now we only Fabi has been working in Gardens as it is. I mean, what we call Gardens. It's only Fabi who has been working on it.
And Fiore.
And Fiore. So probably we should leave that part for them in order to fill it out. And that also, I think that it's also going to be better in order to split responsibilities. We can edit our Commons Swarm and Commons project in an independent way. So I think that it's going to be better at the end. I mean, of course, the people is going to be buzzing around the different projects, as it should be.
Well, is there any, to really cement the name, is there any other things that we need to do? It sounds like we rename the Discord channels instead of making new ones. Is that true?
I think that we should do new ones.
You think new ones?
I
Okay.
think so. What do you think, Metabi?
Metabi
Or
suggested.
maybe we can ask for permission before we do that.
Before you change the name on the channel?
No, we should not change the name because it has been used more by, I mean, people already know.
Yeah, no, that's
it's
okay.
Gardens. The channel right now is
Um,
Gardens.
yeah, I drifted for a second. Ask permission before we do what? Before we create a new channel on the Discord?
I don't hear you very much.
Oh, what were you asking what were you asking me? I heard my name. I thought I was being asked
I was asking for
something.
your opinion I think that we should not change the name. We should create a new channel.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I know the bees are kind of salty lately. That's probably the best move. And you need to ask somebody to do that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was asking for your opinion, but what?
Yeah, I kind of think so because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people are really sensitive right now over there. Here at One Hive, I feel like we're sensitive. So I think maybe making a new channel. This is about a new Commons channel instead of the Gardens, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think a new channel. Because otherwise it would be like you're renaming the garden.
No, we should not change the name of Gardens.
But
great.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't know why we couldn't have a channel there.
Okay, so we'll rename the channels. We'll make a new wiki post. We got to request funding, and we should also comment on all the relevant forum posts and disclose and make it very clear that this is happening. Is there any other action steps that will help us cement the name of Commons?
I have a question. Do you have to re-request funding because you're changing the name, or is that something that's happening anyway?
We ran out of funding. We requested
Okay.
funding when it was like $1,000 or whatever. So
Gotcha.
we ran out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yay,
this is
crypto.
actually what spurred the request for funding is what spurred all the movement.
Well, I'm glad I dropped in even at the end to kind of catch up.
I will wait still a little bit in order to request for more funding, like one more week. It's not going to cost us so much. It's just why don't we? I would prefer not to do more than one thing per week because we are already closing the hats and the code freeze, and why don't we just wait a little bit more in order to have that closed, and then we can I mean we still can do the changes, but before we ask for new funding, I think that right now we are okay. It's just going to be 1 week.
Yeah, no problem. The other things are also a requirement before we request more funding. Doing all these other things anyway, so I don't think Chewy's going to get it done. He wouldn't be able to help us get it done this week with all these other things.
I don't know.
Although, you know,
anything about your budget, but honey is, people seem to be surprised by this. Honey has gone to over 600 and now it's about 500 right now. And just a couple of weeks ago, it was 160. So we're in huge price discovery at the moment. And I think that's actually very relevant because there's a lot of people who think it's going to moon and they're feeling kind of tight. And I mean, like, I'm just saying that that's what the situation is because our ATH was 1400 and there's a lot of people who are kind of looking at that because it's like altcoin season. And I think waiting and watching for price discovery will make requesting funding a lot easier and a lot more a lot easier to parameterize too.
Yeah, that's also, I mean, that also, I think that it's,
I honestly, I have to disagree just a little bit. Well, as in, like, if we were, one thing is that we're going into debt, and whether or not Sem agrees to it or not, we're not letting Sem just bankroll this swarm. So the debt gets larger if Honey's number goes up, and that makes our request go the wrong direction. So
Oh, it's not a gift.
I refuse.
I don't know anything about it. I was just because people didn't seem to be aware when I'd mentioned it over the last couple of days. I was just mentioning that honey's volatile, and the rest of it is none of my business, and I don't know enough about it to comment. I'm really sorry. I was just trying to put.
Oh no, it's good. It's
It's
great.
like I'm not making
feedback.
suggestions.
No, it's
because
great.
it's like tripled. It's almost quadrupled, and then dropped back down to tripled in the last like 10 days tops. I can't even keep track of days anymore.
Yeah.
We are not in a big debt. Most of the honey that I lended, it's in the swarm, and it's just like I don't think that one more week will affect anything.
I agree. I agree. So, but it is 1 week, and then we make the forum post, and then we wait, another week, and then we actually make the funding. I think that's the roadmap, and I think we can live by that.
It's fine for me. I don't want the work stop for that, and we don't want to. And I think that it's better not to rush anything, just because we it's fine for me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I think that's our show, right? Is there any other last? I guess there's one more. The AMA. We do want to do a Commons Swarm AMA, I guess. But probably not this week either. Maybe. Sorry.
I didn't understand.
We want to do a Commons Swarm AMA. It shouldn't take any prep. It's really just showing up and giving the buzz something to put on YouTube.
The previous idea were to do that together with Garden, right?
Yeah, so we can still do it together with Gardens if that's what you prefer. But I wouldn't mind just doing, separating it out and making it this is what the Commons Swarm is, and cementing our identity.
Okay. I don't like so much to do the communication, but I think that
obviously I'm really good at AMAs. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I have a lot of fun with them. So, it would be great to have you there, Sam. But if you really would prefer to focus on the dev side, I can invite other people too. Basically anyone who wants to could come to the Commons Swarm AMA. Do you think that we could try to push that for, not this week, but next week? I mean, could that go along with our funding request?
I think that you should talk about it with Chui. Maybe we can talk about that next week.
Well, we would
I don't know
want,
if you
we'd
want to prepare it or.
we'd want some more time to prepare it. I mean, I can talk to Chewy this week if I have your go ahead, but you know, I would say that we can schedule it with the forum post maybe, and we just when we make the request for funding, we also set the date for the AMA. Would that sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
And who will ask you?
If
Chris, sorry.
I didn't understand.
Can you try that again, Tonga? We couldn't quite hear you.
I was asking who is going to ask you the questions for the AMA, or is it going to be written?
I would probably have Chewy facilitate or moderate, and read the questions and capture the data and then ask. But why, do you have a suggestion?
I was thinking maybe Metaverde or Doge from OneHive.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know.
Well, Metaverde, would you want to moderate the AMA?
Chewy. Chewy is amazing. Chewy is the gentlest of the three of us. Chewy gets the best reception. I would cheerfully do it. I would cheerfully do it. I would do it. But I think Chewy is the best person for the job.
Okay. Well,
I mean, everybody likes Chewy.
of course, he's the best character in Star Wars for sure.
Well, he's him and Pabs. Everybody likes them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
I'll do it, but everybody likes him if he'll do it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, obviously, we can't talk about. We can't get Chewy to agree to something without him knowing about it. So I'm pretty sure he'd be down to do it as well. So for now, let's work with that. Okay, but that is our show, right? I don't think there's any other topics. Is that correct?
Just one more question. You talk about a forum post in which you will be setting up the date.
I was saying once we actually make a funding request, we'd set the date in that forum post.
Okay, but that will be when we do the funding request. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
Hello, Will.
Hey, Will.
Hello.
Yeah, we were just about to end, I think, Will. But if you had any questions or anything, we're here.
No questions. Was just curious what was going
on. Actually, Will, quick question for you. We should probably just make new channels in for Discord for the Commons Swarm.
Right? Okay. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
if you think that, do you think it's likely that you'll use them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll make them. That sounds good.
Okay. Oh, well, I was going to assign it to Chewy to coordinate, but how do you suggest we get it done?
Should we put one in bees as well, or should we just put one in the swarm section?
I would have. Yeah, Sam, what do you think?
Do you have preference?
I have permission to create the channels. I just don't know which is the proper way to create a swarm, since what we are doing is splitting the swarm that we already have. I guess that it's fine to create a new.
Yeah, I'll create one in the swarm section for now, and if we want a more general purpose discussion one, then we can add it to the B section as well later. I mean,
okay.
That sounds like a great plan. Sounds like
cool. Okay, sweet. I'll do that now.
Okay. So you are going to create it in the swarm section?
Yeah. What's your picture? The grid world.
It is
the grid world, exactly.
I'll find
a
it.
word with wires.
Yeah, I'll find it. It's cool. Oh, we might have used it.
I think that it's called
I'll message.
word with
I'll
Meridian.
message it to you on Telegram.
Sorry, I think I got it. We use it for the Matic one as well. It's all good. Anyway, I'll do that.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's our show.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
See you guys next